Hi, welcome to another episode of the Ambient Mellotron here on the Ambient iPad. Let's make some music. For this improvisation, I'm going to use the Vibraphone with vibrato sound from the Mellotron M400. The signal chain is the Mellotron M4000D Mini. Its master mono analog output goes into a Focusrite Scarlett 18i8 interface, which communicates back and forth with the iPad Pro through a USB-C hub, which also lets me power the iPad Pro at the same time. Now it's cold, it's the holiday season here in the States, so I think for the next two improvs I'm going to use bell-like sounds, and as I mentioned in the intro, for today it's going to be the vibes with the vibrato from the M400 sound set. So we're working in apeMatrix. First thing I need to do is go from two outputs to one, which will go into the Focusrite Scarlett. Let me set up a little compression just so I can sample the sound that we're going to use. And as I've been using lately, it's just going to be Rough Rider by Audio Damage. There's a nice basic preset here called Nice Start that essentially has the settings I would use anyway. So no point in creating something from scratch. Let's connect this. And this is the sound of the vibes with vibrato from the M400 with no effects other than the compression. So you can hear the vibrato on the end there. That's the vibrato from a set of vibes itself. There's also in the M400 the vibes with no vibrato, so just to compare and contrast. So no vibrato and a little bit of a brighter sound. Let me go back and sample the one with the vibrato and you'll hear how it's not, there's not as much high end. And the tone control is good for that. I had the tone essentially on 3 o'clock. Now I've moved it all the way up. Here's what it sounds like. So we'll keep it there. Okay, let's add some more effects. I'm gonna go not too many effects this time. I do want to use a little bit of phaser. Since we have vibrato, I'm just going to try to expand the modulation a little. And you know what? I don't want to use the FAC phaser. Actually, I want to use, let's remove that. I want to use the Bleass one. I don't use this phaser that much, but there are a few sounds on here that I really like. I just need to choose the correct one. Let's open that up again. Bleass Phaser. There we go. All right. There's a setting here called Relaxed. It's a pretty mellow phaser sound. Let's use that. So let me connect it. Right now, I'm just going to have the effects in parallel to demonstrate them, but I will connect them in series later on. So here is the vibes with vibrato with the Bleass Phaser. And without the phaser. And with the phaser again. So it's really subtle. Part of the reason why it's subtle is because we're going in parallel. But besides the patch being subtle, it does kind of open it up a little, expands. There's a little more, adds just a little bit of stereo-ness, for lack of a better term, to the sound. So I want to have a, next let's go into a delay. And I'm just going to use K7D from Imaginando. I do have other delays, but I really like this one a lot. And my patches are back. Let's use the basic tape delay and go back to the settings. I'm going to turn the phaser off and let's turn the delay back on, do just a little sound sample here, and then I'll tweak the sounds a little. Excuse me, the settings. Let's sync that to 8th notes. Whoops, that's 16th notes. We went the wrong direction. Here we go. I'll raise the wet dry a little. Not that much. Right now it's pretty much in mono. Let's ping pong, make this into a stereo delay. So one of the things I didn't change was the feedback, because I do want the tails. I don't want a lot on the tails. It just makes percussive sounds sometimes just kind of lose their character. Let's add the phaser back in. Still a little subtle, but we're going to connect some of these effects in series once we're done. And reverb. Nice big reverb. I'm going to use audio reverb, which I really like. And we want a big sound here, so let's try that one. Close that up. Definitely turn the modulation off. And let's hear what this sounds like. Let me turn off the phaser and the delay. So this is just the compressed sound through the reverb. Excuse me, not through the reverb, because this is in series. Parallel. We're in parallel right now. So you can hear the reverb. Let me add the phaser and the delay back in. Got a little bit of a boost with the volume, so I'm going to turn the volume on the Mellotron down a little. So I do not want a red line. So that's what the effects sound like in parallel. Let's connect them in series and hear how that's different. So, well, we got to keep the reverb. We'll have everything go back into the reverb. So let's have the compressed sound go into the phaser. And then we'll have the phase sound go into the delay. And then we'll have the delay go into the reverb. Let's hear what this sounds like. No parallel sounds as well. This is just series. I have to have audio reverb connected in order for it to go to the output. So. Okay, kind of losing the phaser, so maybe instead of the phaser going into the delay, we'll have the phaser go right out to the reverb. Let's hear that. That sounds a lot better. So nice big reverb. You can definitely hear the delay in there. And the phaser, again, I just wanted that to be very, very, as the patch says, relaxed. Because in this case, I don't want to mess too much with the direct sound. I mean, I want the character, the vibes to still come through. The phaser just lifts the vibrato a little. So just a few effects. Everything's pretty much set up. Let's do an improv, and we'll see what we can come up with the M400 vibes with vibrato. A straightforward set of effects today. I really wanted to accentuate the vibrato sound of the vibraphone. So by adding a little bit of phaser, it did bring that vibe sound forward. And then I amplified that with the tape delay from Imaginando, the K7D. And of course, a big reverb to make it all ambient. Since it is the holiday season here in the States, I did want a sound that was really bell-like, and so I didn't want to mask the vibraphone sound too much. And I think I'll do another improv next time using a bell-like sound too, maybe a Celeste that really has a nice bell quality to it. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and good luck with your own music.